three of the very best work turn 3 and 4. Pick your favorites. We're ready to go racing here at the fair. The Howie Lettow Memorial is under green. There they go. Kraus and Storm will battle for the lead. Johnny Van Dorn, he looks to the inside of Art Kraus. Van Dorn with an aggressive move. Yurkovic will make it 3 wide for second. 3 deep into the third turn. Nobody flinches. Yurkovic and Van Dorn swallow up Kraus. Van Dorn into second. Now Kraus in a battle with Gady for fifth. Jeff Storm will lead the first lap. They're 3 wide in turn 4. Down the back straightaway, your leader Jeff Storm with 2 car lengths on Van Dorn and Yurkovic. Gady in fourth. Here comes Travis Sauter, now slipping to the inside of Kraus, who's just in the wrong spot on this start. He continues to fall. Sauter down, looks to the inside of Gady for fourth. Continues to slip. Busch just might make her 3 deep, but Kraus backs out, and Busch will go to the back bumper of Beckett Caston. Meanwhile, up front, a 3-car breakaway with Storm leading Van Dorn. Yurkovic sits in third. Then it's Gady, then it's Sauter, and now the battle for 6. Here comes the 51. Making his way through the field in the white 5. Past Chad Finley's 42. Matt Kenseth beginning to pick up steam in the 20 car, bringing David Reagan along with. In turn 3, Kyle Busch. He wants 5th. Diving inside of Sauter, 3 wide. Look at Rowdy Busch. Oh, shuffling up and dealing. He takes 4th spot. Johnny Van Dorn. Brett Moffitt from Iowa with smoke from the back of his Adrian Carrier Special. He'll head to the pit area. Jeff Storm continues to lead it. Now Kyle Busch closing on Johnny Van Dorn for third. 10 up, 140 to go for Boris Yurkovic as he's trailed by Kyle Busch. Becca Caston, 9th. Jody Machek has moved forward in 87. He's working over Chris Weinkauf on the backstretch. For the lead in turn 4, they're side by side, and it's Kyle Busch inside of Yurkovic. Here come the leaders, door to door to the line. Yurkovic might have the calling, but look at Busch throwing forward to the bottom and take the lead. Kyle Busch he takes the lead from Boris Yurkovic. Stormy sits in third, Gady in fourth, being pursued by Travis Sauter, who slowly makes his way forward. Not quite as slowly moving forward, it's Johnny Sauter in the Menards number 5. 1 laps in the books already, as this race is moving along in a rapid fire fashion. Those couple of Jack Rabbits up front, Kyle Busch and Boris Yurkovic are most definitely speeding things along. Hang on, we got one slowing on the front stretch. It's Johnny Van Dorn. Johnny Van Dorn, who was running in the 10th spot, off the pace, and the yellow is out. Well, you kind of wonder if something was amiss with Johnny Van Dorn, 61 to start with. Johnny, a great racer from Coopersville, Michigan, dominant on the CRA circuit. He started well inside the top 10 and very quickly began to fall back through the field, and the yellow flag came out literally as John Van Dorn's 61 car was at the feet of our starter Tom White at the start-finish area. And the Port City number 61 crawling around turns 1 and 2. May not make it much farther than turn 2. They're stacking up accordion style down the back straightaway. We've seen that a couple of times with these gigantic fields of cars. It gets a little tight, man. They're coming around to start lap 26. These drivers are given pretty strict instruction not to pass the pace vehicle, so you can see the front row kind of waiting and making sure that that Lynch GM Superstore pace vehicle is onto the pit road entrance as we go back to green. He says, like, dude, I'm out of here. Busch to the lead. Jurkovic falls back to second, and Jacob Gady has slid into the third spot. He might challenge shortly.
3 wide in the middle of the back straightaway. Nemechek, and Reagan go at it. Right behind that 64 Griffin McGrath. And it continues to get tight. Right around that general vicinity of about 10th through 15th position. Busch is getting away. Gady, as you mentioned, is in third.
Gady leaves a little bit of that inside line open, and that's all Johnny Sauter needs. Line down the front straight. Right back down the line for Johnny Sauter. We got one hard into the barriers. That's James Swan, Mason Mingus, and the 7 of Darnell. Major skirmish at the pit road entrance.
When James Swan found the barriers at the entrance to pit road, as you mentioned, Mason Mingus, Eric Darnell, all of those cars wadded up. Safety crew will head to the scene, and when we know more, we'll let you know more. Field's going to come around to begin lap 34.
Good to see Mason Mingus. So again, Kyle Busch holding on to the pace as they enter turn 3 with Boris Jurkovic right to the outside. The Howie Lettow Memorial Pace vehicle from Lynch GM Superstore will get ready to pull on to pit lane. 50 gone. We're 25 away from the break. They'll click off lap 51. Busch holding the field at his first seat, and we are back to green. Right on his back bumper through 1 and 2. Jurkovic not going away. Busch sees that developing the rearview mirror and tries to get away. Side by side of the second spot now. Johnny Sauter right on the inside of Boris Jurkovic. Gady falls back to the 4th spot. Morrissey slows on the backstretch. Sauter down to second. He's going to hang right with Rowdy as they hit the stripe again.
Boy, Johnny Sauter absolutely about lost that car right beyond the start finish line.
Sends him away for now. Stretches it back out to 2 car lengths down the backstretch. Sauter there, just sizing up Kyle Busch out front. Sauter again, driving it all the way down low, like you said, driving it deeper than Rowdy Busch this time. Trying to get inside. Rowdy sends him away once more.
In that 87 car, Joe Nemechek making some good moves tonight. But Wimmer goes back to the high side, and they go door to door into turn 3 for the 7th position. Battle for 3rd. Jurkovic under siege from Gady. And boy, Busch is not getting away from Sauter at all. Like Travis Sauter, he dives down deep into turn 1. But Jurkovic, 2.5 goes up the speedway. Holds the spot. They still battle to get the turn 2. Jurkovic sits away from Sauter. He's still sitting in 5th. Looking back deeper. Trying to hold 10th with a charge from Danny Fredrickson in her rear view mirror. They work around this time by 10 till halfway with a Rowdy Busch ahead of the field.
Probably start about right now for Travis Sauter. He can get that look at Jurkovic. Just can't do anything about it. And we got one blowing up. That's the 45 of which they someone against the turn 4 outside retaining wall. And is that Ortiz? I believe so.
I believe it is Brian Ortiz's car number 4. It was kind of out of our view against the wall, and yes, it's the Puerto Rican Brian Ortiz was inside the top 15, and then somehow I saw all the fans standing and looking towards turn 4. We were looking there too, of course, a few laps ago with the smoke and such from Pickles' expiring race car. We kind of wondered if something had happened over there. 5, Matt, up on the board.
So that will take us to halfway at $500 from Striker Brewing in Milwaukee, going to Kyle Busch. He wouldn't mind adding to that nice little bonus a little bit later on. After the second set of 75, we'll reset your top 10 as it stands right now. You've seen under caution here, Kyle Busch, Johnny Sutter, Morris Jurkovic, your top 3. 4th spot belongs to the 5 of Travis Sutter, 5th spot to Jacob Gainey. 6th spot belongs to the 52 of Chris Wimmer, 7th spot to Joe Nemechek, 8th spot Jeff Storm right now, 9th. The 64 of Griffin McGrath and Becca Caston rounding out the top 10. I think Danny Frederickson's already got the window net down on that 36 car. It's been a little warm out there all week long, Monday and Tuesday, and I think Danny's grabbing a little extra air as quickly as he can.
What we have right now is the best weather of this week here in Milwaukee. It is a gorgeous night. Who would have thought at about 1:15 when it was raining buckets and lightning and all that sort of stuff, and this track was a flooded mess. Who would have thought we'd end up with a night like this? Here comes the field, headed down towards the pit road area, and the work will begin as the sprint to the finish, wherever that may be, will begin momentarily.
Kyle Busch is pulling in over there toward turn number 1. They all must stop on pit lane before any work is allowed to be done to any cars, so that's why you don't see the crews jumping over the wall just yet. So